Yeah, it all comes down to practice. And, when we watch film and we talk with Coach Wash, there's just a lot of times where people, you can't give them that big rush lane. And, that's something in practice like Kenny Minchie and Chase Ketterer. Those are guys that, give us those looks to keep practicing that.
What do you notice when you see film and see Caleb Williams? You faced him last year, but what do you notice this year, that presents a challenge?
Yeah, I mean, he's a playmaker. He won the Heisman. He's a really good athlete. So, he's definitely, someone that you got to take care of, and you got to make sure you're on your A game. So, as we go into practice, we're making sure we're trying to leave no stone unturned and just keep executing.
Is it tougher to flush out last week's performance when it is a loss like that as opposed to a win, or is there a typical science to how much time you guys dedicate to last week's performance as opposed to the next game?
I don't think there's like a science to it, but I know at least for me, and I think for a lot of guys on the team, it's really you get Sunday and then a little bit of Monday, and then you got to turn the page, because if you just spend too much time, you're gonna be looking the rear window way too much. So I think for everybody, we got the message. We got to come out harder, we got to attack, and we got to make sure we're executing. But ultimately, it's beat USC this week, so we got to make sure we're on 100% to that.
And obviously, no game is ever a total loss. What were some of the positives that you guys were able to put forth from the last game that you're trying to carry over this week?
Yeah, obviously there are plays you want to execute better and some plays you want back. But, for the most part, I think we played really sound football. And, in terms of D-line, I think we had guys executing. We had, younger guys step up like Josh. Jason Anya got there. Junior got in there. So, it's great to see, we have depth in the D-line and we got playmakers. So it's just a big deal to have people come out there when their name's called and come up and make a play.
Caleb gets a lot of the headlines, and rightfully so. Obviously, they got a really good running back as well. If you could speak to the challenge of another good running back that you guys will face this week.
Yeah, we've definitely played some good running backs. Ohio State, we have, multiple challenges. The biggest thing, against that is just executing, playing sound defense. Not to be like a broken record, but, we know our jobs, we know what to do, and, when big plays break out, it's usually due to execution and making sure, we're on our job. So, I think the whole defense, we've kind of come around and really understood, we got to make sure we're on it. We got to, fix the things we need to fix, and that's why, Tuesday practice is so important. We got to go out there and we got to act like it's a game today.
When we look at these, when we see these games, as media, we think playoffs, we think bowl game eligibility, where you guys want to be at. What goes through you guys' mind when you suffer a loss and when you get a big win potentially against USC to think about the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, you'll kind of see the rankings every now and then. I mean, I know I can really just speak for myself. I just think about the next game and what can you do better? What can you improve on? And I feel if you start thinking about bowls and playoffs, until you get kind of caught looking out the future and you kind of miss what's ahead. So for me, I just kind of think about what can I do better each game and what can you focus on.